guys.
Hey.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is Summer is Fun, a Summer House podcast. Season 1, episode 3, for real this time.
Alicia and I had a little mishap. If you want to know what happened,
look at the pre-show.
All the juicy details, listen to the pre-show.
But high key, we didn't watch, but we were trying to record.
We tried to record and we had never watched the episode.
It didn't go up. Okay, guys, A&M Podcast Network. So much shit happening. We have this going on. We have a Vanderpump Rules podcast called It's About the Pasta. And we're going to be doing Winter House when that's released, which is, I hope, soon. I'm finishing up Southern
late
Charm.
Summer is what I'm thinking. Early fall. That's what I think it's going to be.
I hope so. I'm trying to finish Summer House before that so I can catch up on all the Craig and Austin drama. Southern Charm. Did I say Summer Charm?
You said Summer House, but you're good.
Okay. Southern Charm. It's going great so far. I love Southern Charm. So I can only imagine that Austin and Craig are going to bring all the dramas I love. Probably more Craig. But whatever. Guys, rate, subscribe, review. I didn't see any new reviews come through yet. I just checked. So it'll probably come through tomorrow.
We got that one. We got one. I told you about it.
It hasn't hit the thing. So if you,
do you want me to read it?
Actual show yet? Yeah, why not? Let's just get it over with because Meredith and I are so sorry. We're not going to change. That's all I can say.
Okay.
We don't mean to be this way.
Here, so we got
it was nice.
Oh, I think you didn't get it because it's from Canada.
Oh, maybe. Well, right. Read it. Just read it.
Okay. So it's a 3-star review. So sadness there.
Aww.
But it says, love the girls, but ... When they get heated, they continuously interrupt and talk over each other, basically doing the other friend's point during the other friend's point halfway through. Other than that, the podcast is entertaining. Which
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I love interrupting Alicia as I'm doing it right now.
We'll do this. Listen, it's not that we do it on purpose. We are just so passionate about Bravo.
Yes.
And we love these people almost as much as we love ourselves.
Almost.
We love ourselves. So you could put your intro was love these girls, but listen, there is no but when we love ourselves. So you can't bring us down. Sorry.
Alicia and I could talk to a wall for a straight hour alone. So talking to each other, it's hard to cram it all in.
So when we're going with each other.
I could just talk at Alicia for an hour. So
it's interactive. Do you want us to each do our point and then silence while we let the other person go?
Oh, I almost had a spoiler about the last live season.
Well, point being, we're very sorry, but we'll probably keep doing this. You know what? It's hard to change.
No, I can't. I would try, but I'm going to be really 14, honest here right now.
But we're actually 26, and it's too late to change ourselves. What I've learned with Meredith, though, is when she interrupts, I just need to start interrupting, and then we just go. It becomes better.
My problem is I can talk and listen at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to everything you're saying.
I do too. But Meredith does it literally all the time. Even when we work together, I'd be talking and she'd be like, blah, 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 and like right over me. But it didn't bother me because she would like acknowledge my point. Then you're saying. Yeah, she acknowledged my point. So it's not even like she completely dissed me. It was like she had a thought, she acknowledged my point, and then finished her thought, which was even better. So I've started to do the same thing.
So I'm sorry for all those people who can't listen and talk.
All those Canadians are too nice. They just let each other finish their point. We can't do that here in America. You want to know why? Because Meredith and I are assholes and we love each other so much that we had to talk to each other.
We love ourselves so much. We love each other so much. And we love Bravo. And that's all we need.
And that's it. This podcast is a nightmare for the rest of you.
But I do have one thing that can always make it better. We don't really do like the mix it up segment on Summer House. It's hard to do it.
It's only when we decide. Yeah, when we decide to drink.
I'm mixing it up. I found these seltzers at one of my favorite breweries. They don't even have the brewery's name on it, and it's called Pretty Pleasy.
Oh my God, those look cute.
They're cute. I like it because it's going to sound weird, but with seltzers, I go on taste and the size of the bubbles, which sounds dumb, the size of the bubbles, but they're very harsh sometimes.
I don't like bubbles. I don't like
You think it's like a vodka water.
Oh, I like
it's like
that.
Not very bubbly.
Oh, that was good. That was great. 10 out of 10.
So if you're in St. Louis, head out to Alpha Brewing Company. 10 out of 10 experience.
Can't wait. Also, guys, Instagram at Vanderpasta, patreon.com/Vanderpasta. That's our Patreon, in case you didn't know. Let me tell you really quick what you can get, and then we will get on with
stuff.
The show. So for $1 a month, you get access to all of our pre-shows that we record. This was a bonus episode. You got 2 pre-shows because one was for the episode that never got recorded. You also get access to every episode that we record early. So this is one episode we are recording before it's released. So you could have gotten this a while ago, but you didn't. So that's your loss. Sorry. And then for $2 a month, you get access to everything I just mentioned. Plus, you get access to our after show, which is where we do spoilers. So Meredith and I have seen all of Summer House, except Meredith hasn't seen season 1, which is insane.
Or season
1. So during our after show, we do any spoilers or thoughts we might have regarding the cast now, or any Summer House news, or any, I guess, Bravo news at this point.
Yeah.
So much overlap. And then we'll say your name on the podcast. So thank you to Jackie, Dustin, Kristen, Tracy, and Mariah. I blacked out for a second. But yay, our 5 patrons. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? And then for $5 a month, you get access to everything I just mentioned. Plus, we asked for your opinion during live shows. So when Summer House season 5 was airing, I would post every month and ask for your thoughts, and we'd read them on the podcast. I will do the same for Winter House when that comes out, and Vanderpump season 9. So keep watching, and I'm sure there'll be another Summer House or some.
Yeah.
So we'll keep doing it. But yeah, and then we'll pick a patron of the episode. So I was thinking.
Yes.
I don't remember who we did last time.
You did Jackie. We had our Jackie.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay, so we have our newest $5 patron. She put us from 4 to 5, which is all we've ever wanted in life, is to get to 5 patrons. So we're going to pick Kristen as our patron of the episode. She joined just to listen to so much Summer House. She loves Summer House. She's such a fan. We absolutely love her.
Love it. I'm so happy to be going on this journey with Kristen, and Dustin's first time watching. Jackie's watched. We got it all.
We are so excited. Okay, let's get into the episode. So, do you remember what happened last time? I don't. So let me tell you. So, you try to be single for a Summer House, but not this year because Carl and Lauren are together, and Ashley's not so happy about it, and Kyle's hooking up with his ex Amanda, which is just causing some drama, and Lindsay she's got her boyfriend Everett, who she's fighting with, and then her roommate Christina, who she's fighting with, and luckily Christina won't be here this weekend, but we last left off, Everett was splashing water in Kyle's face, which was one of the single funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Okay, so we're now at Saturday at 3 a.m. Kyle is now, instead of getting water splashed in his face, he is stuffing food right into his face.
I love it.
And Carl, Lauren, and Ashley are hanging out in Carl's room, and Ashley tells them about the fight and Everett going nuts and splashing water into Kyle's face, because we've never seen grown men do that before, which I think it was the funniest thing.
Never. This is like interesting because now we're getting like third wheel vibes. Like Ashley's the third wheel right here.
Third wheel. But yeah, so Lindsay and Everett seem fine. They're snuggling. So I guess we've all moved on.
So weird. They flip switches and I can't keep up.
Well, now that they're both going to be mad at Kyle, they can bond over
then they're on the same team now.
And Kyle doesn't even know that people are mad at him. He couldn't even care less. And then, so now it's Saturday, 11 a.m. The house is starting to emerge. Steven and Ashley wake up next to each other again. I really like this couple.
I'm really enjoying Steven sleeping in that bed.
I know, me too. And Ashley, I think, like wakes up and then wakes Steven up
just
like, so that she can tell him that she didn't go to bed until 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And Steven's like, okay, great. Everett and Lindsay cuddle. The foundation of their relationship, as they explain, is love. They just love each other, which like I think every relationship thinks their foundation is based off love.
I would hope so, honestly. What it's hard to do is they seem to like just move on, but not because they've talked about it and truly moved on, is we're just ignoring this now.
Oh, fully. And they ignored too because they hook up.
Yep.
They're done.
They get under those sheets.
Fine. So an hour later, Kyle is making some lunch for Steven, which I love. I love the bromance. Kyle's really scared to talk to Lindsay because of like last night. It just didn't. There's a grown man splashing water in his face. He doesn't know what to do, but it happens. So he tells Lindsay, the couple's problems become the house problems because we hear your arguments, which is fair. He says it's like watching a soap opera, to which Lindsay responds, I don't know what that is.
That means. Yeah.
And Kyle's like, those things on TV, which I just thought was a great point in this argument. Like I don't know what that is. And I'm like, that's why her relationship is like this.
I think he said a specific
soap opera.
Yeah, I think he was like, this is like Days of Our Lives. And she was like, I don't know what that means. He's like, a soap opera?
And then Everett comes up and he very like, he's kind of blunt. He just looks at Kyle and he goes, what's the issue? And I was like,
what do you want me to do?
What's the issue?
Tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. And it's like, well, I want you to not fucking fight with your girlfriend every 5 minutes.
Everett's pissed. What should I do? And Kyle's just like, this is no bueno, a no-fly zone. Don't come with a relationship, which just makes Everett even more mad. But Kyle nicely is again trying to say, like, this is not just your house. And then my favorite is Steven comes in and he just stands there like, to listen. He's sipping on his drink. I think it's a Diet Coke. So Kyle then ends it with he just wants to have fun and have no bullshit drama. And Everett wants Carl to propose a solution, which is very New York business vibe.
What's frustrating is Kyle will say all this shit, but he won't say it then to their face. What you need to say is like, listen, you're fighting and it's affecting us. Stop fighting or fight somewhere else and don't make it our problem.
Yeah, stop fighting. That's what I need to say. He kept saying like your fights become our fights. And it's like, okay, but like, what do you want us to do about it?
Yeah, because that makes it sound like Kyle's getting himself involved when that's not it.
So Kyle's solution is let's have a marg and hang out.
Let's drink, which I'm like, I think that's a great way to move on from here, but we haven't addressed the problem. And honestly, we don't have a real solution.
No. I think Lindsay gets it because she apologizes and she's like, I don't want to bring the vibe down in the house. Like, let's just have fun and move on. To which Kyle's like, thank you. And Everett, I'm sure, is like still angry, but goodbye. 2 p.m. Everett's grilling. We have Jacqueline here, the fit model. So when they originally introduced her as a fit model, I was like, she is very fit because that's what everyone does. Basically, she's a fit
I knew
model.
What you were saying right away.
She's a fit model for clothes. So the designers will take her. She has a specific body type and they'll try, like, she'll try on the garments.
They'll put their like creations and make adjustments.
Yes. And it's easier than like a model saying all this. So she does, I think, like swimwear and something else.
Yeah.
She's a very like, though, I don't want to say boyish figure. I've been watching too
But
much
it's like the runway, like tiny, no curves,
very
like
athletic,
really nothing.
Though. Yeah. So Jacqueline's here now. She was in Cabo. She met Kyle 5 years ago at a surf lounge and heard that she was recently single. So that's why Kyle really liked her. And now she's a guest in this house.
Yeah, we've got like a friend staying for the weekend.
Yeah. So they're outside this again. I love Steven. I'm obsessed with him. We're outside playing bags. I don't know if you call it cornhole. I call it bags.
I call it both.
Maybe it's not. It was that game. They're throwing shit. And
cornhole bags.
It's all the same.
Either or.
And Jacqueline's like, I'm a natural born athlete. And Steven goes, I'm a Southern belle, but don't fuck with me. Like just under his breath, no one heard him. No one.
Freaking love him. I want to be best friends with Steven.
I know. I just want to lounge by the pool.
I feel like he always has like a blanket around him and he's like drinking something and he's just like there for the drama, but doesn't want to be a part of it.
No, he just wants to watch from a safe distance.
He is my vibe, my spirit animal, my everything.
So she's flirting a little bit with Carl. And Carl's flirting back.
Mm-hmm.
She makes
This
a
is
comment
like
about
light flirting though. Like I
it's
wouldn't be
light.
concerned at
Like
all.
she makes a comment about being hit by every single ball possible, to which Carl is like, balls.
I don't need to even say any more. The joke's landed itself.
She though is a self-proclaimed cock tease.
Yeah,
she's basically flirting and never really closing the deal.
Which I have never really heard that phrase.
I've heard of a tease, not a
just a tease. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a tease.
Or which a flirt. I don't even really think that's I don't really think she's being a tease. I think she's just like
just flirting naturally. Who cares? Yeah. So Lauren's watching Carl and Jacqueline flirt. But she's not even worried. She's not even worried about it. She thinks it's entertaining. Ashley's slightly skeptical, but Lauren's like that Vine where he's like, I'm not even worried about it. But he's like clearly worried about it.
Yes, it's like you're saying the opposite of what you're giving off and like what your like body language says. It's like it's not a problem. Nope.
So well now it's 9 p.m. It's time to go. All the boys match jeans and a white shirt. It's the vibe we're going out tonight with the boys. And we go to Bridgehampton and we all get shots. And Kyle immediately sees a girl at the bar. So he goes up to her, starts trolling. And he's like, hey, do you want a drink? And this girl goes, no. She goes, no. And he's like, oh. So Kyle's already been rejected. But you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So you got to go for it.
So shoot your shot. I think that Kyle is trying, because it was Kyle, right? Yeah. I think he's trying to prove he's the single one. Like he's not going to just be with Amanda. Like after everything that has happened with them, I feel like he's trying to not be with her so hard.
Be that guy, yeah.
Because he's like so committed to being single in the summer.
I know. It's not working. We learned more about Jacqueline and how when she got her second ear pierced in college, her mom thought she was a hoe. I don't know why they cut it in, but I was
Did you ever watch Below Deck?
A little.
She reminds me of Rocky from Below Deck, who's the one who jumped off the ship in like season 3.
Oh, a little bit.
She did like the swan dive. Her personality, her looks, everything just reminds me of Rocky. And I'm like, you're kind of fucking crazy, but so chill that people can't call you crazy.
Yeah. Yes. That's it. When you're so chill but crazy, but people can't prove that you're crazy.
Yeah, because I'm just like, what are you doing? Every time she does something, I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, okay. So we're at this bar, right? Jacqueline and Carl are clearly flirting inside at the bar.
This is a lot more hot and heavy than the
everyone else is outside. Mm-hmm. And Lindsay's like, I'm gonna go break it up because I want a chip, and they got the chips and salsa over there.
Yeah, because
Lauren's like, do it.
Yeah, Lauren's like, go in there, and she's like, well, I just want chips
and salsa, but it's fine. Yeah. And then we find out Jacqueline used to dance in Austin on a bar. So I picture, if you've ever seen like Wild, or was it Coyote
Ugly?
Coyote Ugly. That's all.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. But she like love her, but she doesn't really have like the I would want some curves. Like she doesn't really seem the type to be able to like.
Yeah, no, she
doesn't have any boobs.
I mean, she's fit enough to get on top of the bar. She's a fit model. Guess. Okay. So Carl is definitely Jacqueline's type. But Kyle's also very cute. She's open, but she's not looking, which is when love smacks you on the face.
I loved that phrase. That's like, listen, I'll like do some flirting and like, I'm not going to go search for it, but when it like lands on my doorstep, I'm in. I feel like flirt with anyone, that is my status in life right now. I'm open. Wait, what did she say? I'm open,
but not looking.
Open, but not looking.
So Ashley's really worried about Jacqueline and Carl. Ashley's got her laser eyes out, and she's telling Steven, and she's like, I like Jacqueline, but like she's just such a flirt, blah blah blah. And Steven goes, she's kind of cheap. And I was like, oh my god. I think Steven, whoever's talking shit, he's just gonna agree and move on because he doesn't want to get too involved. He just wants to like be kind of involved. He wants to hear
your opinions, but he doesn't really want to say too much.
But you're not going to give your opinion to someone who doesn't agree with you, so you have to agree, which is awesome. Okay, so then again, the whole gang is outside except Kyle, Jacqueline, and Carl are sitting at this table.
Eating?
They ordered without the rest of the crew.
At dinner and everybody else didn't want to be at the table?
Yeah, I didn't understand that. And it's even funnier because Kyle and Carl are matching and Jacqueline's right in between them. So I would think these are her.
And the table looked big enough for most of the people to sit there.
Yeah. Did no one else want dinner?
I don't know. I don't know. Or even just the free chips and salsa.
Yeah, Lindsay's pissed. She wanted the free chips and salsa.
It's all at the table.
You gotta go sit with the weird threesome that's happening. Lauren sees it. She's uncomfortable but not threatened, which I think that's a good vibe to have. Is this isn't what I want.
Yeah, but I think she's lying to herself. She's lying to herself.
Yeah, she is. She's slightly threatened. And this is when Jacqueline tells us that she gets along more with guys than women because women are competitive and catty, which listen,
we've talked about this before.
I get it. I have tons of guy friends, but if you can't be friends with girls, you're the
problem. Yes. You're doing things that make girls catty. You're doing things to make them upset.
Yeah. And not all girls have to like you, but you at least need to have a few close girlfriends.
If you say I'm not really great friends with girls, it's well, you're the problem.
Yeah. If you can acknowledge that too, I will believe a girl that just has no girlfriends, but loves girls.
Yeah.
She's going to be a better friend than a girl that has no girlfriends and just loves guys a lot more. She's
always my boyfriend. If you say I'm a guy's girl, I don't want to be your friend.
I don't want to be your friend. Okay. So we're back. I don't know. Lauren approaches the table and she's like, what's happening? What's going on?
She's trying to break it up.
Should we leave? Come on,
let's go.
Carl.
I'm bored.
And so they get into the cars and Carl and Lauren are in the same car and he asked Lauren out to dinner.
Yeah.
And Lauren's like, yeah, definitely. Am I a good kisser? Oh my God. Which she must be because they start making out.
Well, she says Kyle, does Carl, I think she says Kyle, did Carl say I'm a good kisser?
Yeah. And then Carl's like, of course I said you're a good kisser. Come here. And they start making out. But this is when Lauren tells us that she wants to date someone by the end of summer. So she's trying to make Carl a permanent thing.
She is trying to make moves.
Carl's not trying to be a permanent thing.
But he said he in a sense hooks up with a lot of girls. But maybe that's just a summer thing. Maybe he's in Kyle's mindset of I need to be single in the summer and then you date people in the winter. Maybe. Cuffing season in the fall.
Cuffing season. Well, now it's 2 a.m. Everyone's getting into bed. Lauren is getting Carl's bed. And he drops his drawers and covers up the camera. So we can only assume one thing.
I love when people cover up the camera.
We know what you're doing. We know.
Remember when Lauren told Ashley she hadn't slept with Carl yet? Well, that's out the window.
Do you like it better in Summer House when they cover up the camera or just not cover it up?
I like it when they cover up the camera because I'm oh, you really don't want this to be on camera.
Yeah, I kind of think it's funny though when they don't cover up because then at that point they're just who gives a fuck? And then Bravo has to weirdly edit around everything.
Yep. Can you imagine having to fucking watch that footage? All of it.
No. Okay, this might sound, we're taking a turn really quick. Love Island. There was one season, it was with, God, I don't even know. I think it's season 2 with, I don't know, but they would all have sex under the covers to try and cover it up.
They would all do it.
Yeah, but then there was that one girl that came and she figured if I'm out in the open, they can't put my sex on camera. Yep. So she just flew it all out there and had sex and everyone else watched because they were oh my God.
And they did put it on camera.
They did. They just cut around her boobs.
Yep.
Which was even better.
They just had a back shot. It was just her bare
back shot and then they get her face shot, which was it. So funny. So that's what I think of every time.
I would feel so uncomfortable having sex on camera.
I would too. I don't know. I would probably cover up the camera.
I would cover it up.
That'd be
if
my
I did anything.
What else is happening? Oh, Kyle and Jacqueline are okay. So Jacqueline's laying in a bed, right? Kyle comes in. He's hammered. He kisses Jacqueline on the cheek. He's trying to get in.
It's Ashley in Lauren's bed.
I know. Ashley comes in and she's like, "Get the fuck out of here, Kyle.
This is a married woman's bed. Get out of here." You can tell Kyle is the type, and I think I'm kind of like this. When you get drunk, you want to be like around someone or like around people. So then when like he's going to bed, he's now feeling lonely. And not just in like a relationship way, but like you kind of like come down from a high of being with people. So he like wants someone near him. So since that's why I think he always calls Amanda.
He called her.
And instead he's like trying to get Jacqueline to like, is that her name?
He's trying to get Jacqueline. Jacqueline is asleep in Ashley's bed, and Ashley's not about to deal with that shit. So yeah, he goes back. He calls Amanda twice. He is hammered. He makes no sense.
Yeah.
She finally answers, and he's like, "Hey, there's a taxi
There's a cab outside for you."
And so,
what would you do if a guy did that to you? Would you get in the cab?
If I was already asleep, I'd be like, "Sir."
Would you get in the cab though if you're
awake? If I was up, hell yeah, I'd get in the cab.
That's a power move. You send me a cab.
Yeah,
you're just making it too easy.
If I'm asleep, you're just gonna pay for that cab. Like I'm asleep. Once I'm drunkenly asleep, I'm out.
But if I'm awake and you send me a cab,
she was asleep though. We find out Amanda was fully asleep.
Yeah, that he like FaceTimed her like 4 times.
4 times, and she was like, "I guess I'll hop in the cab." I don't know how you wake up, girl. My ass is gone.
Well, I mean, if your phone keeps ringing,
I can't. But so Kyle knows he shouldn't be calling Amanda, but he was horny, so he does. It's hard.
And listen, you can tell he does have like real feelings. He really does care about her.
He cares about her.
Which I think is even harder. Is like he is just sticking to his guns about being single in the summer, and that's why he's not dating her.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, when you really like someone, you just date them.
I know, but he's so committed to being single in the summer. It's dumb. They should just
commit. Yeah, whatever. So next morning, Sunday, 9 a.m., Amanda leaves. Goodbye, Amanda.
Yeah, she's got to move out of there quick.
Okay, Jacqueline is changing. She's like taking her shirt off. We get a weird scene of this. And I'm like, someone walks in on her because she's like, oh my God. And she like covers up really quick. I think it was Steven, because then I see Steve, like they cut weirdly and Steven was on camera. Would you be embarrassed? Have your gay friends seen you without a shirt?
No. I'm not big on like people seeing like me like undressed or anything. Not like weirdly watching, but like I'm just a very private person that way. Yeah. So I will always turn around even with my friends when I'm changing. Yeah. But I wouldn't be like embarrassed. I'm just not going to outright do it in front of people.
I probably, if my gay friend walked in, I'd be like, hello.
I'd be like, oh, and I'd like come just like, because you're
I would do that too.
Because it's like, I don't know who just walked in.
Because Steven stood there and he's like, it's fine. And I was like, no, I'd still be like, yeah, it's my boobs. Thank you. Okay, so the guys are going out on a boat, and Steven's excited. This is his first time where he's really going to hang out with the guys, and he just wants to fit in because, you know, he has been hanging out with the girls a little bit more, and like he probably does feel a little awkward because they're all straight and hooking up with girls, and he's gay and in like a long distance relationship. So there's a lot of differences. But yeah, he shows up immediately. The fucking captain called him a Fruit Loop. And I know,
I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God, sir.
And the thing is, like, it's not like, I feel like Kyle dresses more flamboyant than
Steven does, yeah.
Steven just dresses like a Southern
guy. Yeah, a Southern guy.
I mean, you can tell when he's talking, like, he has, like, a way about him, but... Yeah.
Also, we find out that Steven can fish. If I got to pick Kyle or Steven to go catch me my dinner, it's going to be Steven at this point.
This Alabama boy,
you know,
this grown up, he had a catfish pond grown up. Which I bet all those guys, I loved how he threw it out there. I think Carl asked him if he's ever been fishing and he even throws it out there. And I'm like, they all probably think he is like some Fruit Loop.
Yeah, but he's not. Guess what? Also, the guys are
he's a normal person who has been fishing.
Also, he's not allowed to bring his floaty on. I was sad. He's like, I gotta get rid of my floaty, and the captain was like, hilarious. Just leave it here. Sad. So I also, again, Steven, iconic. What a mood. The boat's going. Steven's just chilling. And all the guys are treating him like a little brother because they're like, Steven, you okay? And he's just sitting on the boat. He's like, I'm fucking fine. How are you guys? Like, don't fucking mind me. We're on a boat. Okay, meanwhile, the girls, they're doing yoga. And
Yes.
Lauren and Ashley comment that Jacqueline has perfect abs, and they would also have abs if their job was to be fit, which I agree. I would have abs if I was getting paid to be hot. Yeah.
It's like, well, recently, I think Channing Tatum said that recently, like, the only reason I look this way is because this is my job to look this way. I am shirtless on camera.
Yeah, I mean, when are you shirtless at work? Name one.
That'd be fucking weird.
Our job is to literally sit for 8 hours a day.
Exactly.
We're not fit. No. Also, Jacqueline has no boobs, but the twins, they got boobs and ass. Boobs and ass.
I'll take boobs and ass over not.
Same, because I have
abs,
them, so.
having abs.
Yeah, because I have boobs and ass, and it's lit. So Jacqueline is kind of struggling to become friends with the group. She would have rather been fishing with the boys, but she can't because she doesn't have a penis. And I know she's trying to be kind of like a feminist here, but also, girl, just become friends with girls.
That's the thing, is like, if you truly are a person who like loves fishing, I would understand it, but she doesn't give off the vibes that it's like she loves fishing that much. No, it's because she wants to go hang out with the guys. Boys. And listen, guys and girls do have different dynamics. Guys are super easy to get along with. It's just like shooting the shit. It's dumb, kind of like more surface level, whatever. But girls are like your emotional support.
Yeah. Also, I gotta be honest. In this scenario, I probably would have rather been on a boat because I love boating. Same. I would have wanted to fish. But if the girls were all like,
because I hate yoga.
I do too. But then if all the boys are like, we're gonna do this, and all the girls, I'd be like, well, I'd want to hang out with the girls. I'd be like, so I guess I'll do this. Yeah. Yeah. And I'll complain. I'll be that bitch that sits there and is like, I do not like yoga. But not because you have
to be with the girls.
No, I'll be like, I
suck it. Because she has to be with the girls. You and I would be like, I fucking hate yoga.
I hate yoga. Can we go get ice cream or something? Activity?
Yeah.
Like eat.
Can we do ice cream?
But yeah, so Lindsay is very happy to be with the girls, just not Christina. She needs a break. So Ashley exposes Kyle trying with Jacqueline. And Jacqueline does. She likes blue eyes and blonde hair. That was her last love of her life.
Which is helpful probably for Lauren to hear that. She's like, yeah, you go with Kyle. Yeah, Carl is mine. Kyle.
But then we also exposed Kyle because he had Amanda sleep over last night. So now Jacqueline's like, I didn't know Amanda was back. Like, oh my God. Like, thank God I didn't sleep with Kyle because I don't want to be Amanda in this messy situation. Yeah. Which Lauren is now like, no, you can, it's fine. They're not together. You just do your thing.
He's single.
But yeah, so and Lauren didn't get any sleep last night. Why?
Oh my God.
Because of Carl. She makes it known she's sleeping with Carl.
I know, which when people ask, it's awkward to be like, I really didn't sleep last night. And it's like, I don't want to talk about it, but
she's like, me and Carl hooked up and we had some sex,
all
Jacqueline.
That long.
Both boom, boom.
He is mine.
Except
claiming her territory.
We have no Carl next weekend, so Lauren might get some sleep. Okay, back to the boys' boat. Steven's still chilling. The boys get some fish. They do catch and release, just like Kyle's dating game. Which they keep saying this, but Kyle has not brought any other girl home but Amanda. So I'm
no, but I think what he's saying is like they're not together, so he like lets them back into the wild, and then they come right back to him.
Right back to him.
He's catching the same fish because he keeps releasing them.
We learned that Cletus, Steven's dad, loves to fish. I love the name Cletus. Yeah. So funny. We learned that Carl and Steven have a lot in common. Like having Steven having Carl is like Steven having a super hot older brother, which is cute. It's such a bromance.
They do have like, they have great conversations about everything.
Yeah, they get like kind of deep, but like not deep enough.
They're generally interested in like learning more about each other.
Yeah. And then we talk about Carl and Lauren. So Ashley made a joke that Carl finds out about. The joke was about Lauren and Carl getting married. And Carl's like, okay, yeah, but I got a few girls in the fire right now. So Lauren's just one of many.
Which, like, Steven's like, ooh, this is tricky. Steven's now, I think, realizing he is going to get in the middle and he does not want to be there.
Yeah. Well, because it's hard when you're friends with both parties. But, like, you don't want to hurt one party, but you also don't want to betray the trust. Like, we're having guy talk.
Thing is like,
it'd be like if we're having girl talk, don't tell anyone else. But if that's your friend...
Exactly. It's like you can't break Carl's trust to tell Lauren because it's like he's telling you something in confidence, but then it's like you don't want Lauren to get hurt. So like at what point I think a lot of people struggle with that and like real life
I usually try and go on like which person I'm closer with.
Mm-hmm. In the situation like this, I don't think is something needing to you need to tell Lauren. This is
he's not
casual
like purposely hurting her.
They've literally just hooked up a few times, so it's not that serious. But if it got serious, then it's like, hey, I think you're into it more than he is.
Yeah. Plus it's hard because Steven kind of like knows both sides the same. Like he just met them in the summer house. So he's just kind of like, I don't know what to do. Which I think what he does is perfect. He stays out of it. He's a bystander right now.
I agree.
Okay, it's 4 p.m. The twins go to the beach. I really like the twins and their body positivity. Listen, this might just be me because I'm not like super thin, stick, whatever, perfect body. But I love how they're just like, we got what we got and we're gonna own it. Fuck yeah.
Which I was thinking about it, like to me, before they even said anything about like Jacqueline having abs and they don't, I'm like, they're tiny, they're gorgeous, they're tiny, so hot that I never even like thought about like maybe what they are unhappy with or like yeah
but I like that I also think it helps that they can lean on each other, right? Like it's hard to have like all fit abs friends and
listen,
then be like
everybody hates one thing, like a few things about their body, but I love how they are really focusing on the things they love. Like they're super happy that they have butts and asses. Like go off, queen.
So Ashley reminds Lauren that she's going home in a few weeks because she's gonna go she's going to go check out the space for her business. She's been in real estate for the past 5 years, and now she's going to own her own business, which is going to be resale and new clothing store. It's a resale and new clothing store.
Interesting.
And Ashley also wants to be a mom. And it's really hard right now because she's never financially relied on anyone, right? She went to school. She moved to New York. She's always been financially independent. But with this new store, she's going to need help from her husband, Brad, and his money. So she's really nervous about that. But Lauren's very good. She's like, you guys are married. Like,
he loves you.
He loves you. He's willing to help you.
It's time for him to invest in you. Like, this is your dream. Don't not do it because you're not going to be financially independent, which I am not married. I cannot speak to that. But one of the best things I've always heard is like having your own money as a woman, making your own money, having your own bank account, even if you're married. Like that is
it's empowering.
Yes. To like do it yourself. Yeah. I'm sorry. And if you don't do that, that's fine. Whatever works for your lifestyle. But I'm a person who I make my own money. I want to do my own thing. I will have my own bank account. We can split finances on shared things, but like, I'm a strong, independent woman. I would have a difficult time with this as well.
I agree too. Okay. We're back at the house. Quick tidbit. Carl just found out we have laundry.
That was so funny. Lindsay's like, I'm doing alone. He's like, we have laundry? And Kyle's like, this is a house. This is a whole house.
This isn't an apartment. We're not in New York. We have laundry. Okay. It's 8:40 p.m. Lindsay has a bug on her.
The worst.
Great. So
we're gonna finally talk about our problem.
That's what happened.
24 hours later.
Everett comes to sit down, and the icebreaker is, "Oh no, I have a bug on me! Oh no, get the bug off me!" So we lighten the mood up a little bit, and now Everett tells Lindsay he doesn't like to fight, but hasn't forgotten the fight, which I am the type of person too that needs to talk about the issue at hand if it's like gonna impact us.
Especially because like this truly is an issue. It wasn't like they were just drunk and like got annoyed with each other because he chewed too loud one day. You know, like it wasn't something tiny that set her off. This is
a girl texted problem. Everett and she lost her damn mind.
Basically like a coworker texted him.
Lindsay admits that she shouldn't have the best judgment. She has abandonment issues because 8 years ago she stopped talking to her mom. And so she relies on her boyfriends to give her the love she craves that she didn't get from her mom. And she acknowledges that she needs a therapist, which we've talked about it. Everyone should go to therapy.
Hell yes. Big advocate for therapy over here. But that's difficult. Like that is a lot of pressure to put on your boyfriend.
It's like, I don't have a mom, but you're going to be my mom's love and my boyfriend's love.
Yeah. It's like one of the biggest things, I feel like I struggle with is not other people not being the source of my happiness. Like you have to be the own source of your own happiness.
Yeah.
And obviously people can influence on that stuff, but making sure like you're the one making yourself happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's just looking to get happiness out of other people to fill like a void
that she's missing with her mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Lindsay apologizes. She says that they can work through it. Everett says he will overlook it because he thought about what Lindsay means to him.
Which I don't like that phrase.
I hate the word I'll overlook this.
Like,
boo you. You're either going to move on or you're not. You can't overlook it.
Exactly. Like you either have to accept that this is how she is, or you can't accept it and you obviously need to end the relationship. You can't just like sweep it under the rug.
One thing. Yeah. So Everett says Lindsay isn't used to having a boyfriend that will stick by her through thick and thin. So she's like trying to push him away, which that makes sense if you have abandonment issues.
Mm-hmm.
And so they make up. And then Kyle calls Amanda. And instead of inviting her over, he wants to see if they can grab a drink on Thursday around 9. And Amanda agrees. And man, was it a weird ass phone call, because this is too sober-ish, more sober than they usually are.
Like talking about what happened the night before.
Like exes, and then deciding to like hang out with it. And
which Kyle says to, I think, was it Lindsay? Like she knows the conversation that's coming.
Oh yeah. He told Steven. But would you listen? Steven. If I kept hooking up with my ex and he was the one that kept calling me, and now he's like, I want to meet up around 9 on Thursday, I would kind of think this would go either way. He's either going to say he likes me and wants to get back.
Well, what's awkward when you like plan to talk is like you can't say why you need to talk, because that's the whole reason you need to talk. Like he can't give advisement on like, hey, we need to talk about how we keep hooking up, because then it's like you're just going to get into it right then and there.
But just to me, like I said, if I'm Amanda, I'm thinking this would go. I think I'd prepare myself for it to go that Kyle wants to end this completely. But I'm going to hope that it goes that Kyle wants to make me a regular thing, as in a girlfriend.
I don't think I would read into that he would make me be a girlfriend.
What do you think this conversation is going to be? That he's going to break up with you again?
That he would be like, we can't keep doing this.
You think that's what the conversation would be if you were Amanda?
If I got that text, I would be like,
oh man, no,
got to do this all over again.
God, I would think the fucking opposite.
I think that's just I always think worst case scenario.
Oh man,
like I don't really go into situations looking for the silver lining.
No spoiler, but like Amanda did think that this conversation was gonna go differently.
Yeah,
she thought he was gonna confess, like, I can't live without you, and I've realized
like,
that every time
I realized, like it was dumb that we broke up because of the last.
That's how I thought.
I think, yeah.
So when he's telling Steven, like, she knows, I'm like, no,
she doesn't.
I didn't know. Most girls probably wouldn't know.
I think most girls would go into what you're saying. Yeah, that they would be like,
I hope
because of how well it's been going. Like, it's not like he wakes up and makes comments and is like, shoot, I can't believe we did this.
He loves me so much that whenever he gets drunk, I'm the only person he wants to see, so he calls me. Which is half true, but I think it's mostly true that Kyle ends up going home alone and then is like, Amanda's the first person he thinks about. If someone else was in his bed, he wouldn't call Amanda.
Well, yes, exactly. And I don't know when he's out if he's
trying.
Is he? Yeah. Like, what's his level of effort to try and get someone else, not Amanda, in his bed?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay,
and she doesn't know that either.
Listen, I understand. I like Amanda. I understand at this point how she's feeling. But it's Monday, 7 a.m. Steven's still drunk. He's going to take a sick day at work. Been there, done that. Love it. We're back to the city. We get a few thoughts from the montages we got. Everett answered a phone call. What's up, nerd?
Also, I finally noticed Everett's title underneath his name, and it says like nonprofit, like organizer.
I don't know if I like Everett. Is that a weird comment? Like, I don't know if I enjoy it. Listen, I understand
he's very combative.
He's too like propose a solution. I will overlook. He talks like an email. This dude is just a walking email.
Oh my God, that is such a great way to put it.
Like, even when he talks like a work Lindsay, email, he's like being so proper. And I'm like, bro, just like fucking yell
pull back the mask and like, let's get the real you.
But then when he does get mad, he just splashes water into a grown man's face, which I'm like,
he is so petty with his actions.
He's so petty,
but so formal with his language.
He'll judge the hell out of you if you're petty.
What do you want from me? What is the solution you want?
But what then he answers this phone call. What's up, nerd? And I was like,
he's so fucking weird.
I don't know if I like him.
I could not hang out with someone like that.
I don't want to date him. I can tell you right now, I couldn't date him.
Listen, all that shit are big deal breakers for me. I cannot be around people who I dislike how they talk every day.
Talk as a work email?
As a normal person.
Now this is a bit. We have to, every time Everett says something that should be just written down in a work email, we have to talk. Okay, whatever. Kyle, he's an entrepreneur. He doesn't have your normal 9 to 5, right? He could be working till 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. doing push-ups. We saw good push-ups, making coffee at fucking 10 p.m. That's insane right there.
It's
serial killer. But yeah, so this is my only question is it seems like his job from when we've gone is a lot of calling and reaching out to people to buy the product he's selling. Why is he working till 2 a.m.? No one else is up.
I don't know I don't understand his job, what he actually does day to day. Obviously he's an entrepreneur. So he's like getting companies off the ground and then hoping somebody buys them. And then he would start a new company.
Yeah.
But yeah, what the fuck is his role actually in it? Like I get from a high level.
Yes. But like, what's is he the one calling people to buy the company?
I don't know because he was in those like model shots.
Yeah. And if you're calling people to buy the company, you're not calling them at 2 a.m. I would fucking murder you if you call me at 2 a.m.
I don't fucking know.
Whatever. Let's talk about.
It's so hard to understand people's jobs. I hate talking about people's works because I don't know what people do.
You're just like, entrepreneur, I got a high level of it. Sure, that's all you do.
Check.
That's funny. Well, let's talk about what he's trying to sell. Bird dogs, which is a gym short with a built-in liner so you don't have to wear underwear.
I've seen these.
Have you?
Yeah, I got Instagram ads.
I'm going to get them now that I'm talking about it. My phone's listening to me, but
very true.
Listen, I enjoy this concept. I think people would just not buy them though. Like,
guys crack me up. It's like, I don't have to wear underwear.
Okay. I don't know. To me, it's just like, also, it's not like you could wear this stuff to work and be like comfortable sitting with no underwear. Like these were swim trunks. I guess they were gym shorts.
They were gym shorts, but like basically with the lining, like swim trunks.
Can you lift in them so like you don't have to wear underwear at the gym?
I don't know, but you're like, basically you're just like swapping and not wearing underwear. But like you said, you don't wear them all day. So it's like, you probably wear underwear at work. So you're just going to have underwear off your underwear and put these shorts on.
And then I guess hop in the shower after the gym.
It makes sense. I always have wondered that because like a lot of like athletic shorts nowadays do have the liners and girls wear underwear and the shorts with the liners.
Yes.
What do guys do? I have never understood, do guys wear underwear with those types of shorts? But I guess no.
I guess they don't want to.
I don't.
What I'm getting from this is society has told them to always wear underwear, but they want to go against the grain.
But now they don't. Now that shorts have liners, we don't wear underwear.
We're going to free ball it.
Literally.
I don't know. Well, whatever. Back to Kyle. Someone let me know. Dustin, we don't understand. Explain.
Dustin, please let me know. Do you wear underwear with shorts?
Would you buy bird dogs? Let us know. But Kyle's biological business clock is ticking.
Look how he said that.
Yeah, and he needs to sell a business, and he just doesn't have time for a relationship. Clearly, because this dude's got to work out at 2 a.m.
Okay, but I don't like that his whole thing is that I have to be single in the summer because it's summer. But now he's also saying I can't be in a relationship because work is crazy. You don't get to just use these excuses when you want them.
You know what? Kyle knows that he's just a bad boyfriend, and instead of trying to be a good boyfriend for a girl he loves, he's just going to take the easy way out and say, you know what, I'm just going to be single because of my work and everything. Summer.
But I do understand what he's saying with like the time clock is you really do sometimes only have so many years to really like hit it hard because he probably wants to be one day a dedicated husband and father. Mm-hmm. And so he like, I want to do this now.
Yeah.
While I'm not with someone.
Exactly. Okay, we see Jacqueline being a fit model. She originally wanted
all on her ass, everything.
What the fuck was that?
I think because she said she was doing swimsuits, so they were like marking on her body where it should be or like
where it should hit.
I don't know.
Oh my god, it looked like sparkly shit, and I was like, "This bitch go to Coachella and not shower?"
She just, but she also had like it was like a black Sharpie too. Yeah.
I didn't know if this was from the weekend, and her ass just didn't shower.
No.
Oh, I think so much highly of her, or I higher of her than I did. Okay, whatever. She wanted to be a designer. It didn't work out. So now she's a fit model. Great. She helps the designers. Her and this designer are getting along really well. Look, I wrote.
She's like moving her arms, giving her recommendations. What's nice is it seems like since she wanted to be a designer, she knows a lot more and can probably better advise them on how to fix things. Like, hey, I think this needs to be taken out. Like she knows and
she's like, your model has bigger boobs. You probably want to take this out.
Yeah, things to think about.
Yeah. Okay, the meat and potatoes, Kyle and Amanda. It's time to meet up. I would just like to say, Amanda, gorgeous. Love the nose ring. Love the bun. Not many girls can pull off a bun.
Hold on. I don't like that she has like a tail coming out of her bun, though.
I never know how to do a bun. I cannot do a good high bun. Those
oh my god, I love buns.
But do you look good in them? Would you go out in them?
Fuck no, I don't look good in them. They're my like
she
my hair's
looks
destroyed.
Good in a bun.
Yeah, she does look good in a bun. But I don't like the little rat tail coming out of her bun.
The rat tail's the nightmare.
I'm putting up one right now.
Yeah, look at yours is like a little ballerina bun. Very cute. Okay, so they casually talk about the weekend. He orders for her. I think he gets her a rosé. He gets her rosé, which is the most basic drink.
That would then that like send signals of like boyfriend.
I love you. I know what you want to drink.
Yeah, like we're connected.
Also, can I say though, I hate when people order for me. Unless I've told you exactly what I want, don't guess.
Or if he's like, I'm gonna order for, like, I feel like it's a question first. Like, hey, I'm gonna order for you.
Yeah, is that okay?
That
like,
cool?
Do you want a rosé?
It's like,
whatever. But if I'm sitting there and a guy just on the day is like, she'll have a rosé, I'm gonna be like, damn right I will.
Like those husbands in those TV shows or movies where it's like, she'll get the steak, I'll get the chicken, we're done. We don't even need to look at the menu. It's like, bitch.
Maybe I want something different. Unless I've explicitly told you exactly what I'm gonna get. And
unless I make a last minute for me or surprise
sometimes me. I do a last minute audible where I'm like, I'm
like, what should I get? And it's like, she'll have the rosé. Don't step in.
So we're going to paint the picture. They're at this restaurant. He just ordered for her. The conversation of them not hooking up anymore starts to come up. And then the waiter shows up. And so they get their drinks. And then Kyle goes, cheers. Like they cut the conversation right in the middle for him to cheers.
Waiters coming in when you're trying to talk is the most uncomfortable thing in the world. Also, props to Bravo editors. Shouting out right here, right now, people who have to edit during meals, because it seems like these meals or these moments happen for 5 seconds and seems seamless. Is all I'm gonna like.
It's great though. It looks perfect. So Kyle's rambling about them hooking up. He just can't, and he knows he's being a dick because he's he's being around the bush. But he knows he has to say it because he doesn't want to keep hurting her. And he says, like, maybe this isn't a good idea. And this is where she's like, well, you're the one that called me 4 times Saturday with a cab already outside.
I was already asleep and you FaceTimed me.
Yeah. Kyle,
you're the one doing this.
Yeah, like Amanda's like,
you're instigating
I come when you call because maybe I also want to get laid. And I'd rather get laid by you than someone else. But like, fuck you. Don't break up with me again.
I'm agreeing to this. It's not all your fault that this ends up happening, but you're the one starting it.
Yeah.
So it's like, also, you need to stop initiating.
This would suck. Listen, you already got broken up with before summer, right? And then your ex is the one that keeps calling you. So you keep going. And then he has to break up with you again. I'd be like, no. You're not breaking up with me this time, sir.
Which I kind of got those vibes. She quickly turned her mood.
She got mad. She got kind of mad. And she basically tells Kyle she wants all or nothing. We're either going to be in a relationship or you can just block my number. How about it?
Yeah.
And he wants half and half. He wants to be in a relationship when it's appropriate for him to be in a relationship.
He wants to hook up with her.
To hook up with whoever. If he wants to hook up with someone else, he can. If he wants to hook up with Amanda, he can.
He wants to have his cake and eat it too.
Yeah. Amanda's sad now. I think she's probably pissed first. And then sad. So she just cries. Because I get it. I cry when I'm pissed.
Oh, I would be so annoyed because it's like, you're the one fucking doing this. And then it's just like, it's like the rejection hits you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you don't feel worthy.
I didn't ask to be rejected twice by you.
Yes.
So then, and this would piss me off. Amanda's a bigger lady or woman than I'd be. Kyle's like, oh no, don't cry. Which like, thank you. Now all my emotions are solved. They stand up together. Yeah.
And like when Alicia told me not to be sad.
Don't be sad.
Don't be sad. Oh, better
I'm not
now.
Sad. Not sad. But he hugs her. And I'm like, don't touch her.
Like, you're comforting her because you care about her, but you clearly don't care enough to stop hurting her.
That's it. He doesn't care enough. So she excuses herself to go to the bathroom / leaves.
Yes.
Leaves Kyle with the check, as he should. He can pay for that rosé he ordered without.
This is when I see the drinks are empty too, and I'm like, how did we finish the drinks already?
Oh my god! As soon as he started fucking talking, she just chugged that thing back. She was like, "Fuck you."
Well, it's like I always wonder, like these breakup moments. I'm like, you don't want to order drinks or go somewhere for like a meal.
You don't want to order food.
You won't finish it by the time. You don't want to
order food.
You don't want to like pretend to have a conversation and then at the very end break up with them. I always think about the timing of a breakup. You got to go on like a walk.
As Kyle was beating around the bush, she chugged down that rosé and then left him with
like,
check.
Thanks for the free drink. Bye, bitch.
And she was already 2 drinks deep because she's not showing up to this conversation sober. I wouldn't.
She needs some liquid courage.
Okay. It's finally Friday. We're going to the Hamptons. Stephen drove with Ashley and Lauren. The twins are hilarious. Have you ever seen Laguna Beach where Kristen Cavallari just yells, Steven?
Yeah.
That's like the twins. Steven.
100%.
We learn more about Steven. He's dating someone from a different continent, but he is lonely and he'd want to make out with Lauren, but she can't be wearing any makeup because he'd get that all over his clothes and we just can't have
love that.
I get. So Carl is snapping Steven from Milwaukee.
Yes, he's at that wedding he told Lauren about last episode.
Yes. Also, Steven has a crush on Carl. I'm pretty sure we all slightly weirdly have a crush on Carl.
We all collectively have a crush on Carl.
We all have a crush. So Lauren's preoccupied with Carl, and Steven's like, maybe you shouldn't be because he's at this wedding and like in
his interview, Carl he's like, said a few things. I know what's going on here. This is where it's tricky. This is what I don't like.
What's tricky.
He lied to Lauren about the wedding, and that's where I feel like as a friend, Steven,
I'd have to say something.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we complained about the frozen bananas.
My God.
No one peeled them before they froze them. And
boys they're like, are Kyle, so dumb.
Kyle, did you do this? And he's like, what? Maybe.
No. But you could just, they're fine. But it wasn't me. He goes,
just peel them.
Yeah.
And they give him a frozen banana and they're like, peel it. And he's like,
for banana bread.
We gotta get dressed. Goodbye. Like, we must go. Okay, so Christina's here tonight. They're gonna have a casual dinner out because Carl's not here and Lindsay and Everett aren't gonna make it in time for dinner.
Perfect.
So
dinner for like 6.
Yeah, Jacqueline will meet them at the restaurant. So we're going in cars, right? We're gonna take
I think it's
2
Jacqueline
cars
and Kyle come in a separate car because they're still getting ready.
Christina and Kyle. Jacqueline's gonna meet
Christina
us there.
and Kyle, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so they're getting ready. So the twins and Steven get in this car, right? Lauren's in the back. And Ashley and Steven are in the bucket seats of this like big SUV, Escalade kind of thing. And so Steven opens up a snap that he got from Carl.
And Lauren is right behind him.
Lauren has peeped it, and it's of Carl and a girl. And Lauren immediately is like, Steven, let me see that. Steven, give me. And Steven doesn't want to show it.
I don't care.
But I
just want to see it.
I want to see it. Give it to me. And Steven is so uncomfortable that he chucks his phone out the window.
I love this. I feel like I would have done that. I would have been like, sorry.
It just made the twins then go, because she's like, Ashley, get the phone. So Steven throws it out the window. And then the twins are like, oh, something bad is on there. And Steven's like, no, it's just, don't take
You're
my
being
phone.
annoying. Which there is something bad.
There is. He gets back in the car. But Lauren's telling Ashley she got a picture of Carl at this wedding with his mom because he told Lauren that he was taking his mom. He
didn't say he was taking his mom.
It was a family
His phrasing
wedding.
Was because they rewinded it, or they like played it back. He said he wasn't taking a date to the wedding because it wouldn't make sense. It's with family friends. It's a lot of people and he doesn't want to date, but his mom will be there.
Yes, you're right. And so Steven got a picture of Carl and a girl who is presumably Carl's date. So Carl is caught. And Lauren's like, who brings their mom into the mix? Who lies and brings up their mom?
God, which I'm like,
I don't know. Come on. But like,
the mom was clearly at the wedding, so it's not like he lied about that.
Lauren should be mad, not about Carl's mom being present, about Carl just not telling the truth. He could have easily been like, I already invited this girl. This is before I met you.
I agree. Exactly.
We're not dating kind of thing. Like,
it's that it got brought up and he said he wasn't bringing anyone, which we don't know. Did it say on the picture they showed us? Date. Yeah.
Yeah.
All we know is he took a picture with a girl. Yeah.
He took a picture with a girl. Steven, he just wants to keep his friend Carl happy, but Lauren wants Steven to be loyal to her, which this is now Steven's in between a rock and a hard place. So now we're at dinner. Jacqueline shows up lugging her suitcase, which was a good 15 seconds of pure funniness. Lauren immediately sits down and she's like, I need a drink. And so she's
doing that thing where she doesn't want to talk about it,
but
she
really
keeps
pissed.
She keeps alluding to like there's problems.
Oh, I need a drink. Oh, I hate people.
I'm so annoyed.
I'm not going to talk about
ridiculous.
It. It's stupid. I'm so pissed. So Kyle's like, what the fuck
But I can't talk about it.
Yeah. So Kyle's like, give me the deets. And Steven's trying to keep it super quiet because he's like, this is not anyone else's business. Like,
this is a problem.
I've just kind of betrayed my friend, and now I don't know how I feel about it. So if we could just keep this like kind of quiet with like everyone else.
This is between us. We don't need to talk about it here at the dinner table.
And then so they kind of shut up about it. And then Ashley goes, I'm fuming. And then everyone's like, well, what the fuck?
Okay, well, if you're gonna halfway talk about it, talk about the whole goddamn thing.
So Ashley's like, we should air it out. And Steven's like, no, we shouldn't. And Lauren says, whatever, I don't give a fuck. And so then Steven's like, but I'm in this. Like, I care. Like, keep it. I care. And Ashley's like, I don't really give a fuck about you, Steven. To which I'd be like, well, then fuck you. I'm Team Carl. But I get Steven just like shut up and was like,
yeah.
So basically they tell the whole table what happened. Kyle, being very logical, is like, maybe he invited this girl before he met you.
Yep.
Maybe.
Which is very valid. But the thing I get caught up on is that because it came up, He lied. Which, again, we still don't know if it's a date. So if the girl is his date, he lied. And if it's not, then...
What if it's the family friend?
Exactly. It could just be a girl that he has known and he took a picture with her.
I don't know. But Lauren says she drank Carl's potion and she's not going to get played. No way. And then Lauren turns to Ashley and is like, let me be the one to vilify Carl. And Ashley's like, I'll do it too. Thank you. Because when you mess with one of us, you mess with both of us.
Which is literally what Kyle told Carl weeks ago.
And Steven's pissed. Steven's just like, fuck you guys for making this a big freaking deal. And that's how the episode ends, which is fantastic. Great. 10 out of 10. So next time, Kyle texts Amanda.
Dun, dun, dun.
Steven tells Carl about the Lauren drama, Christina and Lindsay fight, Everett fights, everyone fights. That's all I got. They don't give us like a lot on like next on because everyone just fights.
Yeah.
But yay.
I feel like next episode is going to be good. You know, like we're kind of setting some, obviously we're getting some drama with Lauren and Carl, and it's like Steven's in the mix of it. Ashley's tied to it.
We got the one big drama moment that's going to rock the house if they let it.
Yeah.
That's how they deal with it now. All right, let's fun, not fun it though.
Do you want to go first? Which one do you want to do?
Neither. I don't know. Christina wasn't here for me to blame her on being not fun.
See, I think I know who you should choose on not fun.
Well, who would you
be choosing Everett? I feel like you should be choosing Everett. You were so annoyed with his.
You're right. I am. You're right. Actually, Everett is not fun. He's just fucking annoying. He's gonna overlook, and he wants to propose solutions, and he's all mad because he doesn't understand that what he does in the house affects the house.
Yes.
And he didn't even apologize to Kyle for splashing water in his face. Which
for being
did
so
that to me.
Fucking dramatic.
Literally, all Kyle did was cannonball into the hot tub, which I thought was fucking hilarious.
Which is a fucking annoying, but like. He's so childish with the spraying.
Yeah, it didn't warrant the freak out. Yeah.
Okay, a few sprays, like three, like what the fuck? And then it's like, but the avalanche of water, no.
I can't. Yeah.
There was no water left in that hot tub.
I don't know if I like Everett or not.
I'm not a big fan of him.
That's all. That's where I am with that. Okay, you go.
I'm going to go Kyle, not fun.
Kyle, not fun.
Kyle is getting in other people's drama with Lindsay and Everett. Listen, Lindsay and Everett are bringing drama, but Kyle is putting himself in the drama too.
Yeah.
Which he's annoyed that there's drama, but he's the one putting himself in it, which is annoying. And then again, he's ruining his summer, his single summer, by constantly calling it Amanda. And then it's like, oh, we got to stop doing that. And it's like, we don't need to stop doing anything. No,
and
you need to stop calling me.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Not fun. Like,
very dramatic, and there's no benefits. And he's put fucking bananas in the freezer.
The boys are not fun. Not fun.
He's a messy boy.
I do know who I did find fun this episode.
Ooh, who's fun?
I gotta be honest. I think Amanda's fun.
Okay.
Listen, I don't know a lot of girls that would wake up after 4 missed calls just to hook up. She's getting it. She's just trying to do it. Then she shows up.
She's not really complaining about what it's at. She's getting the hookup.
She's content, but then Kyle has to bring it up. She's basically like, I deserve all or nothing, and I'm not going to deal with your half and half shit. And then, you know what? She deserves a lot more than that free glass of rosé for getting rejected like that. So I agree. She looked fabulous, and she walked out of there.
That bun.
She left Kyle at the table with the bill. Fuck you.
Hell yeah.
I really like Amanda. I'm kind of a fan, I think.
I'm gonna say Steven is fun. I mean, we always get his little sassy witty comments, but he showed up for the fishing. He is a fisherman, underestimated by the other boys. He is in pre-fight with Lauren. He was in the perfect spot where he's getting all the juicy gossip. He knows the truth.
He does know.
But he was riding it perfect for a minute there. He just opened an untimely Snapchat.
Till the Snapchat.
Steven's like, I know the deets, but I'm not telling them. I love being inside on the gossip.
Me too. That's the best.
And getting to control like who knows what. It's my favorite thing.
It's so good. Summer was fun this episode. I thought it was fun.
Dude, it is now summer in real time, and I am just fun. Summer
so far has been fun.
We're getting into the beginning of summer, and I'm so
love
hyped.
summer. Okay.
Woo.
Thanks for listening. We're about to do our after show right now.
Come join us.
Come join us if you want to. I don't know. Whatever.
I have.
If you want spoilers.
Here are spoiler thoughts, and don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and go join our Patreon for that after show.
Yay!
Summer is fun.